Guess who's back? I don't know. I didn't know I was gonna do it. I was just like, guess who's back? Guess who's, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I cut my hair. I'm sorry. Oh, also I did my nails for the first time ever, and I am never going back. I love them so much. But I cut my hair. I understand you're like, who is this person? If you're watching, and why do we care? It's just like, I've had dreads for over a decade, maybe like 15, maybe over 15 years. It's something I've loved, and it's something I've always wanted. And then like one day I woke up and I was just like, I don't want this anymore. And I was talking to my friend about it, and I was just like, this is gonna sound crazy, but I used to have nightmares, literal nightmares, where I'll wake up in chaos, like, oh my god, touch my hair, and it's like, okay, my hair's still on my head. Crazy, right? Nightmares of me touching my hair, because the length was so important to me. And I'm not gonna hold you, the length is still very important to me now. Like, people love my hair, and I like my hair. Love is a strong word. And but yeah, I was telling my friend, I was like, yo, I used to wake up and have nightmares about cutting my hair. And I used to wake up in a panic, touch my hair to make sure it's still there, and breathe a sigh of relief to know that my hair is still here. And now I just have visions of just me cutting it all off. Like, I don't want to say intense visions, because that sounds crazy, but like, just I would be daydreaming and I'm seeing me like take a pair of scissors and like cut it off, and see me take, which in hindsight, like, low key maybe a message from, you know, but from the source, but like taking like, or maybe it's just what I want, but like taking like clippers and or taking like scissors and just cutting them off. And so, but at the same time, like, for as long as I can remember, like, long hair has meant so much to me, because it was like validating. And when I was younger, like, I would see all the whole like adult, like, India doing her I'm not my hair bit, and you know, Sanaa Lathan has a really nice movie that I never saw, but I just haven't seen it, but I heard it was really good. And I just never wanted to relate to that, of just like, I'm going through it, and I'm going through a change in my life, and I need that, and I'm cutting my hair off as a, you know, I'm cutting my hair off, I don't even know, as to help me, as a symbolic showing, or maybe a literal showing, or as part of this change happening in my life. I just never, like, I never wanted that to be me, because I valued this, you know, I valued it so much. And it's crazy. And I just, this is getting real intimate. I don't know if I will, I'm just gonna talk, because I feel like I should. I don't know if all of this is gonna go in. But, you know, when I was younger, I feel like I wasn't liked very much. So, well, and what is wrong with her? No. And I feel like on some normal shit, whenever I say it, I never do this. I was bullied, and my life was so hard. Like, kids are kids. Kids are mean. I was in elementary school. You know, maybe they didn't like the dress I wore one day, and that was that. But it's kind of like, so it's just my whole life, and I think for other traumatic reasons that I gotta work through therapy, but I've just always just sought validation outside of myself. And then I think being a woman complicates that even more, as I learn more about womanhood, just how much living in a society runs by men, you know, affects a woman's subconscious. So I think that, like, I was always seeking this external validation and this external validation from men. And, you know, I feel like, you know, the idea of beauty in a woman, hair length is like a big part. And I feel like that got ingrained in me so young. That's how I feel, like so young. And I was just like, I have to have long, beautiful, flowing hair. Problem is, I'm 4C, which is beautiful, but I'm 4C, not like low I don't know much about hair since I've always had dreads, but low density, like very thin, very like sensitive, like breaks off easily, hard for me to get long hair, takes forever to grow. And it's just me, like everybody else in my family, long flowing voluptuous hair, cut it off, grows back in a week. Not me. Right? Get your priorities straight, girl. Right? Make it make sense. So problem is, like, I've never had it, and it took years for it to grow. And of course, everyone, I will insert a picture of my long hair here around this area, but everyone like loved it, and I felt like I was the girl with the dreads because I got it at a time where dreads wasn't super popular. So I was a girl with the dreads, and then as I got older, I was a girl with the long flowing dreads, even though like it wasn't as long. I had it for over 15 years. It could have been way longer, but my hair goes slow. And so that kind of became like it kind of validated me. And I don't know if it was my persona, but it was like, you know, I own a company called Land Party, and it's like I'm Bubblegum, and Bubblegum always had like the dreads, like the long curly dreads. You know, eventually, like, I want to be like a fucking, like a mermaid or a fairy. Like, my hair is blue and it's always been blue, but I got a new dye job, blue and purple, added some purple in it. And, you know, even though I knew that, because I've done it before, that dyeing my hair probably would not have been the best thing for me, I dyed it anyways. I dyed it anyways, of course. And of course, my hair starts breaking off. And it doesn't really matter why I dyed it, but I just wanted blue hair, and I felt like I was bored, and I wanted a change. I still wanted my dreads, but I wanted to change. Hair starts not falling off, because I don't want to scare you, but if you don't take care of your hair, it breaks off. If you don't moisturize it, bleach or no bleach. But if it's bleach, girl, you better be moisturizing it, you know? And I was not doing that because I'm still learning how to take care of myself. But that's another conversation for another day, girl, if you're still here with me. So it got to the point where my hair was just, the front was really long, and the back was really short because it had all broken up, and it was not cute. It was not cute. Not in a cute asymmetrical bob way. It just looked like a hot mess. So for the longest, I tried to make it work by curling it, insert photos hair, and that was very nice. It was nice because I love thick, curly, giving Diana Ross hair. But I just felt like the problem was that eventually the curls would fall, and I would be right back where I was, which was unsatisfied by my hair that was all different lengths. Oh, I was like, don't panic. Panic. Don't panic. Panic. Yeah, so, you know, it would eventually fall, and then I would just have these uneven strands of hair that I just really wasn't happy about. It's just the problem was that to even it, because the long ones was this long and the short ones was this short, meant I would be losing a lot of hair. So I had put it off for a very long time. I didn't even think I would go to the salon and get a cut. And I remember, you know, going to my hairstylist a couple times and different ones, and them always being like, you want to trim? And just me being like, no, because I was just trying to hold on to that length and that, you know, essentially idea of beauty and blah, blah, blah. And I remember one time someone sighed when I said no, and I just remember feeling so insecure because I felt like I know my hair is in bad shape. I know we're trying to make it work, and I know it's not. So, and then eventually, like I said earlier, I just, you know, I don't know why, I just wanted it off. I can't explain why. Spiritually, like, there's things to it too where it's just like I've had dreads for like over a decade, I think a decade and a half maybe, and I want to try new things, and that gets hard when your hair is long. But it's just also, you know, maybe I'm saying this to make myself feel better, but spiritually it's just, I don't want it. And the crazy thing is I still love long hair. Let me tell you the crazy thing. I love long hair. Not gonna lie. Been avoiding looking through my photos because I don't want to see like what my hair looked like 3 days ago and be filled with this regret that it's going to take me like 5 years to get it back to that length, you know? But at the same time I'm just so happy I did it. And at the same time, it's this weird feeling where it's like I would do it again. It's so strange. It's so strange, which makes me feel like or wonder if it's like a spiritual thing too. Like, I could be saying this just to make myself feel better, but I just feel like I'm going through this transitional phase in my life, and I'm just really like, you know, my birthday's coming up, and it's just like there's just a shift happening. I cut off like all the dead ends, and I think that's why there's no regret, you know, or not much regret, because I know it's just, and I know having this cute little style now, and I know like if the style's gone and when it's up to here I'm like, oh my fucking god, my hair. But I've never cut my hair before and never, but it was just so many dead ends, so many things just was not serving me. It wasn't serving me. But yeah, and that's the fact of the matter. It just wasn't serving me. It was dead, damaged hair. And I think, you know, if God teaches us lessons, I wish sometimes they weren't so harsh. But I think, you know, that's definitely where I am in my life, where there's a shift happening in my life. And I gotta get rid of, like, all the dead weight. And I can't, and I'm not gonna hold you, I'm scared to. I'm so scared to. And I remember talking to this random lady in a cafe once, and she said, she got so serious when I told her how scared I was to make this shift, to, you know, elevate myself a certain way, and what that may or may not mean for myself, for my relationships. And I remember her saying, for my careers, for everything in my life, Kitty, he's so cute. He's a kitty, 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 so cute. Okay. Oh, now that Lisa says hi. They said hi too. I remember just her getting so serious. Like, so serious to the point where I felt like I said something wrong or did something wrong or was being like penalized. Like, so serious. So she said, do you want to be scared or do you want to be fulfilled? And I'm telling you, those words, like, do you want to be unhappy or scared or do you want to be fulfilled? And those words echo through my head all the time. So I think, like, I would like to think that cutting my hair is a physical manifestation of the reality of my life. I'm not gonna hold you. Most times I don't feel like, I just want to level up so much, and I don't feel like, or I fear that I'm not. And I've learned through therapy and self-help books that, like, it takes a while, and give yourself grace. But literally, like, it takes a while and give yourself grace. And I think the issue with me is that I always feel like these changes need to be happening overnight. And if they're not happening overnight, I'm failing. I'm doing something wrong. I'm failing myself. I'm lazy. I'm stupid. I'm not good enough. But, you know, they take time. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this, and I'm sure you're trying to figure out how this correlates to me cutting my hair. But I think it's just like that slow process of, like, shedding dead weight. And I feel like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, physically, I just cannot. I can't. I think, like, me cutting off my hair is like a physical manifestation of me just saying I can't keep holding on to things that are not serving me. And even though I love long hair, and even though I seek so much validation through it, it just was not serving me. and I had to let it go, which is why I'm in this weird space of, yeah, like the emojis I'll put here, but it's like the smiling emojis, and then it's like any anxious emoji you can think of, terrified. And all of this is just about hair. It's the strangest thing. It's the strangest thing, but at the same thing, I don't know, it means so much to me. It makes me so proud, because even though it's like a cosmetic thing, it's like a big step for me, because like I did it, and I'm telling you, my hair was like down to here. And there's some people whose hair is down to their waist and they're like, oh, I had to get rid of it, it had to go. Me, no, I spent over 10 years growing this hair. But it's like, that's 10 years of, not me saying pain, trauma, and baggage, but maybe symbolically 10 years of that. And it's just 10 years of, and it's, you know, years of these ideas of beauty just going down the drain. Like, quick side note, I love watching Charmed, and I rewatch it over and over. It's the only show I watch. Please comment below some shows I need to watch other than Charmed. And I was rewatching starting from the beginning, from season 1, and their hairs were so short. And I just think Charmed is so amazing because they're these beautiful badass witches who save the day, and it just felt so empowering. I feel so silly that it's such a deep conversation on hair. I never thought I would be this person, but especially I was just like, I'm the girl with dreads, I don't know, grows out my hair and sometimes I retwist it. But which is probably why it got so damaged when I finally dyed it, because I didn't know how to take care of it. But yeah, it was just so empowering to see these like badass women, like beautiful, fight crime with just short hair, and they're still so beautiful, so gorgeous, so feminine, you know. And it really helps me. And it's not like I look at people with short hair and I'm like, oh, they're not feminine. I look at people with short hair and I'm like, oh my god, you're so amazing, you're so gorgeous. I think for me it was like this idea of like this deep rooting, I have to fit into this societal standard of beauty. And I never sit there and say I don't want to do it. You know, I mean, I'm always saying there, like, I'm not gonna mold into the standard of beauty, I'm not gonna hurt myself to fit into the standard. But it's not even in the back of my head. It's an emotion, it's a feeling. It's just like, this thing, this length makes me feminine, makes me more beautiful, makes me more valuable in another person's eyes, because I'm straight, in a man's eyes, makes me more valuable to a man, makes me more palatable to the male gaze. And I don't think I was saying this, none of this was subconscious, none of this was conscious, like not even in my head I was saying this, but I think I was just feeling it, and I think it was so heavy on me. And maybe it's all bullshit, because I'm not gonna hold you, I have been looking up boho goddess extensions, and I'm so ready for that 40-inch hair. So maybe it's all bullshit, but at the same time, I just felt that I'm attached to my dreads. But just to clear things up, but it just felt so empowering walking out of that hair salon. Like, I did it. I shedded things that wasn't serving for me. I let go of these ideas of beauty and didn't let it define me. I did it. And I don't know, even though like some days I don't, and I praise God, not finding validation in people, but everyone loves it. Like, everyone's just like, your hair is so freaking cool and you're so cute. And you know, there are moments when I'm like, holy fuck, my hair is short, it's never been this short. But there are moments when there's this fear creeping up, then it's like, holy fuck, my hair's short. But I think overall this welling sense of pride, you know, that, you know, not to repeat myself once more, that I did it, that I'm so happy to, and that I'm really proud of. And you know, I hope I can look at my short hair every day and I can say, this is a new phase in my life, this is a new chapter in my life. And like, we spoke like about a week ago, I haven't started editing that video yet, gotta get on it, but we spoke about a week ago about me like doing the thing, and I'm still struggling to do the thing. Like, a week ago I spoke to y'all and I was like, I'm gonna start meditating every day, not doing it. I'm gonna start doing yoga, not doing it, but what I have done is I started going to the gym. You know, I have slowly started incorporating journaling again. I have held myself accountable to riding my bike every day to work, if I can, if it's not raining or something. So, or yeah, if the weather permits it. So I'm really trying, and I hope that this here is also a representation. Every time I look in the mirror, like, girl, you're doing it. Like, you're in a new phase of your life, and you have shed physically all the things that's not serving you. So now do it spiritually, now do it mentally, now do it emotionally. I know the big chop is this amazing, I assume, I don't know, because again, I'm just a girl with the dreads. I don't know anything. Girls out my head. But it's like, I don't know what accent that is. But I assume the big chop is such a big deal, you know, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. And I hope that my sister did the big chop. She used to have dreads and she cut it all off. I hope, and my mom, a lot of people I guess around me did. I'm not so sure if it was a big chop. I think one day they just didn't want their dreads anymore. I don't know, but maybe one day I will get there. Definitely baby steps, but right now I feel like this is the closest thing that I will get to the big chop. And as a result, I'm really proud of it. And I hope that, because, you know, this hair is bleach blue now and purple. So, you know, I hope that if I could continue to, like, trim away the garbage that isn't serving me, you know, in my hair and in my life. That was really deep. Didn't expect it to get really deep. Again, maybe this is all something my mind is making up to feel better about cutting my hair, but yeah, and I'm excited for that. Once more, I'm just excited to look in the mirror every day and be like, you did that. You're that bitch. You're a short hair queen. You're getting rid of the shit that does not serve. You've done it already. And now continue to do it in the more intangible ways. I'm going to cut hair and come back to you when my makeup is done. We are going to an event today, me and Rockman, and I'm excited for it. It starts at 1. It is now 1. I need to get my shit together. Let's go. Why am I always late? I had to record because I just felt like I looked so cute. All right, you guys. I'm on my way. I'm at the park, the beautiful, beautiful vibes. I'm tired, I am hungry, but I am ready. Let's go.
I'm the one who won the city where they armed and vicious. Accusations on them blogs and they all fictitious. I done bent the realest blocks, push the hardest sixes. Keep a couple killers that don't care how far them licks is. Look, just act like they want action.
I'm not gonna hold you, I was a little too nervous to record. But this is my fit, and I'm a little fairy. I'm going to pick up my food now from the Uber Eats, and hopefully when I get, look at my look, I'm like a cute little white fairy. And then so hopefully when I go back, I'm gonna get that recording in. You would come again?
Full outfit though.
Full outfit?
All Legolas. Just all the way through.
All Legolas. All Legolas. What?
Orcs are fun.
Yo, she still can't fight now.